Hey viewers, welcome back to the channel. Want to do an update on the crypto mining project. So previously you just saw a pile of foam. So we made some progress, got the wall framed up to kind of partition this off. This was all using scrap lumber left over from the house build. Pretty much all those 2x4s I actually had to resaw from like 2x12s that I knew I wasn't going to use. Making use of what I had. Thankfully, that door header was actually already pre-built. I just had to cut it to length, so that was nice. We got some sound insulation here. That's kind of the leftovers from the one pack I bought. I mainly needed it to get that wall, you know, that before I sheetrocked in there. So we'll have sound insulation because we'll want that not only for the miners, but in the future, if this room turns into a home theater, we're gonna want the sound insulation too. So bought one pack and put the rest there. I kind of screwed up. I'm going to show you warts and all on all this. So if you look at the top of that wall, if you know anything about framing, the problem should be fairly obvious. I don't have a double top plate. Why do I not have that? Because I kind of forgot to put it in. So in an ideal world, I would have done a double top plate and then I would have lapped it over with this wall over here. You know, notching out and tying in. But where this actually intersects, one, I got a rafter there that's in the way. And just the slope of the roof makes it a little challenging just to get up in there and to cut it out. And the fact that I forgot when I started tacking this thing in. So, make do, right? I mean, this is certainly not a load-bearing wall. It's not going to flex a whole lot. So I tacked it really good, tying in all the way down, you know, with structure. And then all those cross pieces that are hanging over are tied into the rafters, you know, on the slope ceiling. And then I tied it in as best I could over here too, on the other side against that wall. Whenever I build this home theater room out eventually, maybe I'll just flush cut those overlapping boards off probably, and then build out a top plate with drywall backing and, you know, do it up proper. So I can fix that later. But for now, just leave them long because it's not hurting anything. So let's go into the actual crypto closet. You can see I've got drywall. I took this as an opportunity to get better at hanging drywall because I haven't had a lot of experience. And so what you'll see in here, and I know it's dark because I actually had to kill the lights in here. I had to take them out and disconnect them so I could put the sheetrock over the ceiling. I'm going to do surface mount lighting fed off the new panel in here. So it's my kind of, I'm going to say my first attempt at real hanging sheetrock. You'll notice a few more seams than what you would probably do if you were working with all fresh material. I tried to use up what I had. So I still had to buy some sheets, but I tried to use up, you know, usable scraps, right? So kind of see here, and I'm not done, right? I still have to do some more stuff, but hopefully my drywall finisher won't laugh too hard at my job and can at least make it work good enough. This is the closet. It's not, you know, the living room. So I figure this is a good type of project for me to practice, right? To get better at a skill, right? Especially, you know, sloped roof, and I had to build out that box. That's something to talk about that I didn't actually show you the framing, but if you recall from the first video, I had an interference with the heat pump air conditioning line set. So I had to box it in. So I built that out and boxed it in. And then I also had to do this. So you can see the framing here. We've got kind of a low ceiling and that transitions up to a high ceiling. So I'm gonna have a box there again because the line set sits proud of that rafter. So I had to do something. And this was kind of the easiest way, just to drop the ceiling down in that area and box it in. So we'll have a low ceiling, vertical piece, and then a high ceiling. Drywall backing isn't the best, but it's functional. And actually this will work out well because that electrical cable will come down through that ceiling and it's going to be sitting off the wall anyway because everything's going to be surface mount. Let me pan you around to here, and then this wall, there's the easy one, right? 2 sheets cut to kind of just cut down and overlapped. So that's the easy part. The rest of this, not so much. I still have work to do, and hanging drywall on the ceiling is sucky. Getting it all right and getting these butt joints to overlap right on the 2x4s. It's not fun work there. I don't enjoy this, but we're almost done. we're getting there. And so you can see I kind of got some parts here. So that little box, that's the junction box. It's going to go probably actually right, see the thing, right about here-ish or so. Actually more like right here. And that's going to provide the splice point so I can cut that wire. And then there's my electrical panel going in. It's going to be mounted here. And like I said before, the wire is going to come in to feed it, and I'm going to have a 100 amp circuit breaker feeding the sub panel upstairs. So that's about it. You know, parts have arrived. You can see I'm playing around with the elbows. So the main line's going to be in 1/2 inch EMT conduit, and then the actual branch lines for the miners are going to be just 1/2 inch EMT. And then I'm also going to run probably another circuit just with a single GFCI outlet kind of below the panel there to just for a convenience outlet to have one back here. And then I'll have a lighting circuit coming off there for the lights in here. And I'll just do a 15 amp, you know, for that, with going over to a single light switch and then lights, you know, probably 2 lights above. Similar to what I had before, just with those, you know, those keyless type light fixtures like we have here, right? And a light bulb, actually, yeah, these. Yeah, those things, right? So, other than that, that's about it. That's our progress. So moving right along, and I'll probably have an extra sheet or 2 of drywall, and so I'll just probably throw that either on the back side of there or on this wall, and we'll see. But so it'll get used up. I think that's all I have. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you in the next video.